Hello everybody, this is Miss Terry 13 and I'm just doing a quick kind of an update video because I'm looking at the floor right now, but what I really am at, I'm not in anybody's kitchen or anything, but check this out. I'm in an old train station that is still standing out in the gateway of Utah. Union Pacific is out on the front door, and this place is huge. Look at all this. Now look up there. Let's see if I can just zoom in on 1847. Now I don't know if that's when this place was finished being built or if there's something else about this place, but this is really cool. I mean, look at all this space, man. And over here's where they used to sell the tickets. People would be out here. They probably used to have some benches strewn here and there. There's some dents in the floor that would suggest that. Yeah, there's a couple of dents in the floor that would suggest benches and stuff. And there's still some tracks outside that are still being used today. Or they were rebuilt. Either way, it's pretty dang cool in here. Even smells old. I wonder what that was used for. Oh, people coming. So just wanted to show you this real fast, and maybe I'll show you more later. Okay, so it is later, and I'm just eating at a little place called Blue Lemon. Good food with a twist, they said. And boy, this does look good. It's a little small. So basically what I have is a burger with some fingerling potatoes, a spinach dip with flatbread, and I skipped out on this carrot, on the cucumber and celery. It normally comes with it. Don't really eat that much. So I'm just gonna give this stuff a try. Oh wow, that's pretty good. Okay, that'll be delicious. Okay, going in for potato. Look like a sunburned baby potato. Okay. A little on the dry side, but it's good. Very good. Use a little salt. Okay. And last but not least, the burger. Let me just pause because I can't hold the camera and eat a burger at the same time. It's purple! Oh my gosh! Yeah. It's purple! And now it's gone. So one of the cool things about the fountains here in Gateway is that there's this section that looks like this. See, these two aren't on right now, but when they are, you get little water umbrellas that look like glass. I mean, look at that. That's gorgeous. And here's one that's really going. Oh! Look at that. I think the wind's got something to do with what they're doing right now, but this is so cool. This is one of my favorite parts about Gateway. They look like this the rest of the year, but in warm weather, they're gonna go off like this. And you're gonna get quite a little bit of a show if you watch long enough. Of course, it's just this the whole time, so it's almost like water jellyfish. All right, let's move on. Yep, yet another fountain. This one's kind of like a splash pad, only it's kind of up there. I don't think people are allowed up here, but I'm pretty sure I've seen someone try. I mean, who can resist going running around in that anyway? In summertime, I mean, you know? So for those of you who've never been to Gateway, something to keep in mind is it's literally an outdoor style. Why is this buzzing up? There we go. It's literally an outdoor mall. There are a few places indoors. So this place is kind of killer in the winter. Oh wait, actually I'm wrong. See over here? They keep a section of removable roof. So I remember being here in winter time. And they had this whole section was covered by roof, but right now it's wide open. It's a nice day, so why be indoors? Turn the whole place into an outdoor place. Pretty cool, right? It's pretty much the same on the other side here. Just go right across the bridge to the other half, and there's the train station below. So let's go over there and take a look. I'm so high! Not really, I'm in the bridge way above in Gateway. There's these little seats so you could sit and watch the trains come and go. Bad place to wait for a train though. You go rushing down there, you're likely to miss it. So I'm still on the above walkway, and you know how a lot of places will have aquariums? Well, City Creek Mall has. Those are real, live carp, people. Get a closer look in a minute. So I'm looking at a statue here. Hang on. There we go. I've seen this before, but I'm not 100% sure what it's supposed to represent. It's basically got a river with little otters in it. There's a bear, bird on top, and an elk. I think it's supposed to represent some of Utah's local wildlife, or at least what we had back before we settled this area. I don't know, I'd have to ask if I could find someone to... Maybe I'll look it up. I don't know. Now these are really cool. This is basically artwork in motion. You watch them long enough, you could almost swear they're alive. But you know they're made of metal, so... Seriously. They keep twisting and circling, and every once in a while, yep, looks like that. And so is this one. Pretty dang cool, right? Right. My hand's shaking a little. Sorry. Okay, moving on. So here's another look at that statue. It's got seagulls and a beehive on it. We couldn't see from before. There's the elk. His antlers. And the otters playing in the water here. Otters are very playful, curious creatures. And of course the carp. It's very simple but very pretty. What's this? Stream of life. Oh, so these are basically river creatures, not just Utah. Oh, look, there's a bird under here. So basically there's two sets of wings from the top. Couldn't tell from the top. Okay. That's cool. Okay, moving on. So here's a closer look at those carp like I promised. This one's got a big lip. And here's some that blend in with the rocks, so they're not very easy to see. There's a whole bunch of them out here, and I got a glare going on. It's always nice to look at fish. Oh, I don't think they do that. They won't splash you. See, fish are very shy. Right now, these guys think that they're hidden. See the white ones? They think they're hidden, so that's why they're staying so still. Meanwhile, the ones that are actually brown colored are better camouflaged, so if a bird was to fly over or looking for a meal, the white ones would be the ones in trouble if they were in the wild.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Do you like fish?
It tastes good.
Well, everybody likes fish sticks, so I'll give you that. Okay. She's got a whole garden and a whole river inside the mall, and this is the section with live fish. Alright, moving on. So I thought I'd look at the fish one more time. This side's actually a little brighter because we're outside again, kinda. A lot of fish in this pool. How do they actually breed here? Okay, so we're trying to, whoa, hello. I forgot about these. Okay, I want you to guess what animal these belong to. You can tell that they aren't real because each of these tracks are exactly the same. It mimics the very bare basics of how the animal would have walked. But can you guess what animal these belong to before I get to the end here? I got a plaque for this. And if you guessed moose, you were wrong. Alright, moving on. Keep having to adjust my camera. So these are basically little doodads made completely out of wood. They're little music boxes. And a little something you probably find hard to believe at first is they do move. My Ferris wheel is actually a favorite of mine. So these are really cute. This is just a demo playing. Okay, so I just walked into the Joseph Memorial Building. This is at Temple Square, just across from City Creek, and this is one of the older buildings in the area. This has been around a long time. You can practically smell how old this is, and yet that is nothing compared to how cool this place can be. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Like, I'm in the section for, family searches, so people can come on in and use one of these computers to check through their genealogy. And I think sometimes they'll have an attendant who can help you out. Do all kinds of stuff. This is great. My favorite place, however, is somewhere around here. If I could just... Let's see. It's a little better to keep your voice down in that back area, because here it is. Main room. Kept almost exactly the way it was. Check out all that molding, and up in the ceiling, nothing but stained glass. A crystal chandelier. This place is huge. And they'll sometimes switch up how the front room here looks. Like last time I was here, there was more of these blue vases. I don't know if that's a requirement or anything. Yeah, but all the original molding and... Oh, wait. Let's go see if we can ask him questions. Hello.
What can we do for you?
Oh, I hope you don't mind if I get you on camera.
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay, so I'd like to ask a couple basic questions about this place. First off, when was it built?
It was built, they started in 1909. It was built and finished in 1911.
1909 and 1911?
Yes.
Okay. And any particular tidbits you can tell me? Like,
Yes. Would you like to have a tour of the building? I could give you a tour.
Oh no, just some basic information would be fine. Like, let's see. What's this building mainly used for today?
It has two primary functions. Much of the building is office space for family history. You know, the church has a very extensive family history program, and from 2 through 8 are largely family history, but not only that, but other uses as well. The main floor and the 10th or top floor and the mezzanine are devoted to our guests, people like you. We want you to feel welcome and comfortable here. We have dining facilities. We have a theater that shows videos every half hour. We have, much of the time we have a pianist here. We don't have one this hour for some reason.
I noticed that. Kind of like that. There'll be a live pianist here once in a while.
And we take people on tours. We also have reception rooms. About, you know how many? There's about 14. Right around 14 reception rooms that are catered. And the reason for them is that the temple's next door, and an awful lot of weddings take place there. In the summer, you may have as many as 75 weddings.
Wow.
And so they need reception rooms here. Of course, all of them cannot be accommodated, but during the warmer time, part of the year, just about every reception room is probably busy part of the day. But that's primarily the uses we make of the building.
Okay, cool. And what's your favorite part about the building?
What's my favorite part about the building? It's a difficult question. What's your favorite part?
I think I just love this lobby because it used to be Hotel Utah before they made it into the Joseph Smith Memorial Building.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. It used to be a hotel.
Yes, for 75 years.
75?
It was one of the grand hotels. Between the 1890s and the First World War, cities were building grand hotels. Your city wasn't worth anything if you didn't have a grand hotel. And this was Salt Lake's Grand Hotel. To give you an idea how elegant it was, this will sound kind of creepy. They laundered money here on a daily basis.
Oh my gosh.
But it's not what you think. At the end of each day, they would take all the coins and they'd wash them so they're shiny.
Oh.
And they'd turn in all their bills to get brand new ones at the bank. So each day they're turning out crisp new bills and change. And
So by
new.
laundered money, they would do it literally. They'd clean out the money.
And you get shiny coins and change and so on. They were that concerned about conditions. This room over here, it's a cafe now, but that was the railroad ticket agency, later an airline ticket agency. And over on this other side, that's the Bonneville room. That was a men's clothing store and also a newsstand over in that area.
Wow.
And while you're here, you may not want to take a tour, but you definitely want to take a peek into the last room on the right. It's the Empire Room. It's one of the 14 or so reception rooms in the building. It's elegant.
Oh.
To give you an idea of what it's like. When they restored, when they gutted the building, redesigned it totally for current use.
Uh-huh.
But they tried to restore the lobby and the mezzanine to look exactly as it did in 1911. So what you're seeing is a 1911 Grand Hotel. I guess in reference to your earlier question, I think I would say that the mezzanine is maybe my favorite place in the hotel.
And what's the mezzanine again? A room here, or?
That's this area up here, what you might call a balcony.
Oh, so I have to agree with you. The lobby is my personal favorite as well. Every time I come here, I just have to come through here and just check out the lobby.
By the way, my name is John, and you are?
Hova. Okay. So I took the guy's advice and decided to check out the Empire Room. If anything's to be believed, it might be one of the biggest reception rooms in the building. It's not being used right now, thank goodness. But oh my. Okay. This is grand indeed. Look at all that. We've got a section for hello.
It's a beautiful room, isn't it, with all these beautiful pictures?
And they even got a little space for a live band. Place is great. Okay, any you guys getting married in Utah, try and spring for this room, because look at this. I bet you anything, you bring kids in here, they're going to be looking at those paintings first. Up until they get bored and then they start running around. But they're going to run around no matter where they are, you know? Okay, so that's it. We've checked out the place. Now let's go get a shot on the 10th floor. Okay, so before we head to the 10th floor, I thought it'd be nice to check out the balcony up top. This is like velvet, it's nice and soft. And you can see the whole lobby down there. You get a great view of the chandelier. I keep having light issues. But this is a beautiful view of the area. There's a bunch of kids down there. Smile! Take a picture. Okay. So, if you come by here and you want to take the stairs up, there's a reason why it's recommended to use the elevator. Hello.
Hi. Is there anything I can help you with?
Here I am, just... Okay, now we're on the 10th floor. There's basically restaurants and meeting rooms up here. Like there's a roof restaurant. And this place is well worth the view. You can literally see the entire, well, most of the place, the square from here. Like there's the pool, there's one of the main church buildings. This place with the dome is actually one of the older buildings. That dome's just newer. Oh look! There are people on that roof. There are people on that roof. I wonder what they're doing. Funny, the things you don't think about, like people can access the roof. Didn't think about that. Oh, this is beautiful. This is just beautiful. Elevator roulette. Which one's coming up first? I'm gonna bet on number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm betting on 2. Ah, I'm a winner! Okay, so Mezzone and 2. Aren't those the same thing? I'm wondering. Let's find out. Let's just click 2. We're not gonna get off there. And we're gonna click the lobby, like we're the second guy. And just wait a second. And you know what? I'm not gonna film that floor. Probably. Hang on. I was wrong. So we're back on the lobby. Moving on. So we're back outside in Temple Square, and this is a place called the Reflection Pool, partly because it reflects the temple building, especially when you line up just right. I don't think I'll be able to get it in one go. But yeah, this whole big old pool, it's the reflection pool. People often use it as a wishing well. Holy cow, is that a yen? No, that's a euro. I think that's a euro or a yen, I don't know. Someone correct me, those little coins with the silver and the gold on the inside. Yeah. You guys really want to see this place? If I remember correctly, no, I already mentioned that, about how the mirror pool reflects, especially when the water is still. It's kind of windy today, so that's kind of a bad thing. Although one of my favorite ways to view this place is around Christmas, where they'll put little flower lanterns, these little flower looking things with lights in the water, and they'll just float on top, and they got little weights so they won't float all over the place. It's really cool. And then back here, we got what I like to call the wedding up area, because a lot of brides and people getting married will come out here and they'll use this section all to take pictures. In fact, way back there, whoop, what the? too far. Yeah, so like I was saying, way up here from down there is this. This is a pedestal that the brides basically sit on. You just get up here and your dress would flow all the way around so you look taller and you can see more of the dress. You face this way toward the camera, and behind you get all that. Actually, if I was more professional, I'd say, let's see, if the bride was about yay high, then I'd be looking at her like this. So we get a nice background of the temple, and then we have her basically just standing right there, somewhat off the top of my head. How could I miss all that? Okay. I can see the reflection pool a bit better from up here, but it's not showing up on camera, so let's go ahead and move on. This side's a little loud, but this is a place with recirculated water. It's another fountain. Right now, it's basically like a mirror pool, but during big events like the conference or something, or a holiday thing, sometimes during a summer when this place is more crowded, they'll turn on the fountains that are in there and you get this huge kind of a show that mimics the pipe organs in the main conference building. At least that's how it looks to me. So I'm just walking up here on the edge. And I talked to a gardener a second ago. He said that they rip out these flowers every spring and autumn so that they can replant stuff in the spring, and then at the end of spring they rip them out again because these plants, some of these plants can't take the heat in summer around here. So hang on, let me just run, jump. Hi. Let me just show you an example of how cool this looks. This is a bed they've probably been working on for a bit. All that color. It's so purple, but it's all that color and all that work. And like I said, they'll replace these plants. So these are the spring plants right now, and then they'll redo this for summer, and then redo this. They'll put these some of these same plants in during winter, because apparently they can take the cold for now and autumn better than they can take the summer ones. Oh, look at how pretty. Let me just... all that fire flower. It's a little candle. Wonder if it's a lord and lady. Alright, let's move on. Okay, so I just kind of ran to beat the clock to get over here from the visitor center, because there's the temple again in the visitor center, and this is the conference building. Conference center is basically, in a nutshell, a theater slash giant meeting hall where they'll televise important events on the BYU station, and they'll do all kinds of other stuff here. If you're ever lucky, and sometimes they'll even have like the Christmas concerts. Apparently you can get into those for free, but your trade-off is that you have to be absolutely quiet. So we're gonna just go in here and I'm gonna talk a bit. So, door 15. This is something to note. You want to get in at all, what you need to do for the main building where they give tours in the public, you want to hit door 15. You get in the other doors, they're either locked or they're for the staff only, like the maintenance keepers and other such people. So, door 15. Okay, another thing about this place I did not know is that apparently to get through some of this area you need to be on a tour, otherwise they don't let you in. This area, this front area where I just came in, you're allowed to wander as much as you like. But to get past here, you need to be with a tour. So I just joined up with a little group here. And I'll just snap a few photos. Let's do a slideshow next. Changed my mind about the slideshow. So this is the main room. Whenever it's conference, this is one area that'll be totally crowded. And one way you can recognize this area is this awesome fountain, which is awesome because it looks like the star is melting, and then someone took pictures of it as it fell into the water. This is actually one of my favorite. I'll get a picture of this above for later. Okay, so we're in this next room, and you gotta be kind of more quiet. This is the main conference building, and this is set up for whenever they have general conference right now. And you get a lot of people in here. This is literally 1, 2 whole balconies.
It's coming up, so we kind of have to stay.
It's really cool.
I love to take it down. But you know what? 21,000 people can sit in here. 7,000 on each level.
7,000?
7,000 on each of the 3 levels.
On each level, bottom, top, and
We used to hold it over at the tabernacle. Only 5 people could sit there. And they had hard benches. And so President Hinckley said, you know what?
this is a really awesome place.
Beautiful building where more people can come and hear the prophet and hear our leaders. And so now we have this beautiful building. The baby is so cute.
Oh,
Is that your
oh,
baby?
fun fact, fun fact.
It's so cute. Let's hear it.
Fun fact, did you mention this before, that those pews up on the stage can actually slide back or be removed so that you have this whole open stage to do stuff on?
Okay, yes, let me just show you this cool picture, because back in 2002, they had the Olympics here in Salt Lake. And 2002, so they took out the seating, they even took out where the choir sits, and had this big stage, and then they just had drapes there. But this only happened twice. It happened one time for the
Only twice for the whole, including the choir area, you mean? Okay.
even the choir area. It was only happened twice, having that done. Once when they had the Olympics, and once when just to prove to President Hinckley it could be done.
Oh my goodness.
So, but to do that, you'd have to have 18 people. They'd have to work for 4 weeks, 40 hours a week, just to take it all down.
I don't know
And
if
then
you can
they'd have
hear
to have that
anything
same
she's
amount of
saying.
time to bring it back up. But what's kind of cool is we do have it like sometimes for Christmas.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go over here so that I don't bother her. And I'm just gonna repeat what she said in case you guys didn't hear it, that apparently only twice in history have they taken out these and this where all the choir sits. One time being during the Olympics, and it took a lot of people for 2 weeks to take all this out so that we had a whole flat stage for everybody to perform on. And I can see why that would only happen twice, because that would be a lot of work. I know that the stage can reformat it because I was actually here once for a performance. I was in it, and they had removed the GA seats, General Authority seats, in the Presidency of the 12. That's what these are called. And that apparently backstage is huge. I never saw that part personally, but it was definitely big enough for one of the groups that was performing with us to put a couple of cars under there. And I don't know if they were whole cars or half of cars or pieces of cars, but there was enough to where you could see 2 whole car hoods come out from right there and there in the backstage. Just came out, stuck their noses up front. They performed, and then the cars eased back behind the stage, and they gave the sound effect like they were driving off. It was cool. So yeah, whenever there's a Christmas, like I said before, anytime there's a Christmas concert, you can just come on in here. You don't have to pay or anything, but the trade-off is you have to remain quiet because they will be recording at the time. I learned that the last time I was here. I had this really great tenor from Brazil. He was I think he's some kind of a superstar. Shoot, I need to look him up now. Can't remember off the top of my. I just know that he had an awesome voice. He did an awesome job, and he ended up having to read his speech 3 times so we could get the because they'll bring out the recordings in multiple languages from here. See, we got their recruiting studio over here, and we got another one back here, right above where this lady is sitting. Hello. Oh gosh, I hope she doesn't mind. And yeah, this place is huge. I give you an example of how well the stuff bounces back. I'm actually talking normal right now, and you're getting no echo. I think that's partly because of all the dampeners in here, but when things get loud, it gets loud in here. So you can literally hear everything clear out the door out here. That's dang cool. Okay, looks like my group's going. Moving on. Okay, so this is the roof, and I'm feeling... She said it's not supposed to feel like you're on the roof, but my legs state otherwise. Something about here just feels like I'm way up high. So I have never actually been up on the roof, but here's something cool. They have a garden that's up here year round. And if any of you have ever watched General Conference, this is actually where they'll film those flowers and trees that you see during the intermission pieces. Yeah, the intro and the intermission pieces, when they show all those flowers and the trees, this is where they're filming. And I know we're on the roof because I can see the top buildings and... Ugh! I got a thing about man-made heights! Oh... Whew. Wow. It is a great view. I do not envy whoever would have lived in that building way up there, because I have actually walked all the way up this hill before. Yeah, 3 times in one day. Once to get there with the family, once because I lost the family, and the 3rd time because I realized they were up there after all. That hurt.
The Salt Lake Temple is built from this granite. And do you know that when they were building the temple, they had to go 20 miles and bring these big chunks of granite.
Ooh. Just get more of the view. I want to get more of the garden. There's not much up here right now. I think that's because it's just early spring and not a lot of people are up here aside from tours. I don't want to get too far ahead. If I get too far ahead, I might get in trouble with the tour lady. So let's just stay in sight. Hello. Oh.
See, there's all these pretty trees.
Hang on.